This is a presentation of WideSide Sports.
Bum, ba-da-da. I don't know. I can't do music with my mouth. I'm not good.
What can you do with your mouth?
You know.
What?
Yeah. Sorry.
Welcome into the program, everybody. 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
It's been a rough summer.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's known as a winning streak.
Yes. I think 3 is a winning streak, but
What was that? What was the line in the movie? We won yesterday.
Yeah,
we win today. We win tomorrow. That's what's called a winning streak. It has happened before. That's still my... Hey, think about coaching the Indians. I don't know, Charlie. I got a guy on the other line about some white walls. Let me think about it.
Good movie.
Here's one.
Good movie. Yeah.
When does that get traction? Somebody starts bitching. When does a studio pull that back and start digitally putting Guardians on there?
Yeah.
Start dubbing in.
I don't know.
Dubbing in everything.
We always talk about like movies that can't get like remade or do it again. Like that's probably one that's not getting remade again. Like it's.
I mean, they did 5 of them, or
I think is there 4 of them? 4 of them. But really, there's 1 and 2, or even 2 is a bit of a stretch.
2's. I mean, when you lose, I like Omar Epps, but the second one and Wesley Snipes was getting big, but he wasn't massive at that point in time.
Yeah.
He hadn't done. I don't know that he'd done Blade yet.
I don't think so.
I don't know that people consider Blade his biggest hit, but I like it.
I do. I like it myself. I do. But did he
that
do
Murder at 1600?
What did he do?
That was a good one.
Was it Locked Up with him and Stallone?
I don't recall. Passenger 57.
I think Locked Up, where he flipped the switch, where he turns his hat backwards.
Was that Family Guy? Is like he was also Inmate 57.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right though. I mean, he wasn't huge. I mean, you can bring him back. And the Allstate guy, bring him back. Serrano.
Yeah. People forget that.
Yeah.
The Allstate guy with Pedro Serrano. I say, fuck you, Joe Boo.
Yeah.
I do it myself. I didn't even try to do the accent because I know I can't do it.
Yeah.
I've been told multiple times. I mean, I think most text messages from you are, hey, you're a piece of shit. Your accents are suck.
I want you to hear it from me. That's all it is.
I don't run into many fans, so
our tens of listeners don't
with the golf balls.
Mm-hmm.
I've with our logo on it that you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
I played a couple times at my current place of employment. I've yet to lose one, so I haven't even done any advertising.
Nice. I putt with mine because I know I'll lose them. So, and I won't lose them easily. I will lose them in the middle of a field somewhere. Mine are gone. If I lose them, they're
30
gone.
years from now, they're plowing that field.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yep. It's that would be one of my balls. Oh man.
Tell you what, I was. I don't know that you're a fan of or not, but I started. I go through runs of what to watch and shit like that, and I do a lot of YouTube stuff, as you're well aware.
Yes, sir.
The Always Sunny in Philadelphia podcast, because I'm a massive fan of the show.
Yeah, I like the show.
And basically, the podcast is it's just going episodic.
Yeah, they just
they're just talking about each episode.
I've seen bits and pieces of it. Yeah,
pretty good. I mean, pretty good. I like listening to. Where the hell did you come up with that idea? And all them pointing out of we had to cut this and move the camera over here because he was laughing too hard and we couldn't.
The one, I don't know if it's on the podcast. It's something like Dan DeVito's talking about the one where he has to pop out naked.
Danny?
Yeah. And basically he's running through. He's like, they told me that day that's what I was doing. He goes, well, yeah, I'm all for it. He goes, until I get up there and everybody's watching. He goes, then I got nervous. He goes, well, they give you like a piece of like tape or something to tuck it down because you just can't whip it out in front of everybody. Because that was the weird part.
Going of I'm okay with that. Then forgetting that there's like 50 other people in the room.
Yeah, it's not just the 5 that are out there.
And going back through, because obviously I haven't, I'll watch current episodes, but it's not like I'm going back and rewatching, which I should because they're fantastic.
Yeah.
But some of the older ones, when they were still getting it, of the one with Dennis just so over the top with D.
Yeah.
Of like, you bitch.
Yeah.
Of like, just like, oh my God.
I got a friend who's really good with like the VPNs and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
he changed his Netflix one where it's like, I think he said it was like Ireland. And in Ireland, Netflix Always Sunny is on Netflix in Ireland.
Oh, okay.
So he goes, that was awesome. He goes, I binge watch that all the time.
It was on Hulu here.
Yeah. He's like, he goes, it's weird because there is a ton of stuff that is on, there that's not on the, ours.
Yeah, it's weird how that works of, they have it there because either like an HBO or something doesn't have a foothold in there. It's like you'd figure they'd just take their shit back.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just getting ridiculous.
Yeah, like who has what and what has who. It's
of like, I still haven't watched the last Spider-Man movie.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because it's on fucking Stars.
Yeah, exactly.
I assume, does Sony own Stars?
Probably.
Is that what it of like?
Probably.
So you just putting it on a platform for nobody to watch?
I think
who has Stars?
Yeah, that's a good point. I rented it on Prime for like $3 or something because I wanted to watch it.
Yeah, because I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the multiverse. Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
In the new Thor's out, isn't it? Did you see that?
I watched that. Yeah.
I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of them since Shang-Chi or Chi-Shang.
Yeah, Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
I started. I just wanted to see what it was about, like the She-Hulk thing.
Yeah.
And it's not terrible. I mean, I don't know. I like the Disney Plus ones where I don't already know the character.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like, it's new to me, so it's a little bit more enjoyable than watching the other guys I've already seen in other movies. But this last episode I watched literally might have been 17 minutes. Seriously. I remember watching, I remember the ending and then like the credits, and I was like, oh, is that the episode? And it's like, yeah, all the credits are rolling and everything. I'm like, well, Jesus Christ, that was 10 minutes.
Nothing.
It was nothing. You gave me nothing. I'm like, well, what's the point? I mean, it's only like 6 episodes anyway, 6 or 8 episodes. Just make it 4 episodes. Make it an hour or something. Like, put 2 together or something. Like, Jesus.
Because I canceled Disney Plus because I've just given up. I've almost just given up on Marvel.
It's like, just a lot.
Hey, you have just.
Yeah.
You're making me watch shit so it gets along with this shit.
Yeah.
Plus, like, all your people that you've made big are leaving.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know.
Was it you or my brother that sent the meme of the Black Panther movie?
It'd have been Sean. It wasn't me.
And I never sent it to you? It was like they recast Black Panther with Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, it was me. I sent that to you. Yeah, now you say that was me. No, that was me.
I couldn't remember.
No, that was me. Now that you say that, that was definitely me.
Maybe it was because I was at work and I remember seeing it and I laughed.
Yeah.
And I couldn't remember if I was like, I need to text that to my brother or I need to text that to Seth.
Yeah,
and then I ended up, forgetting about it and then never did.
No, that one was me because I saw it and I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Because I think like the caption was like, one of his Tropic Thunder quotes that he said in it. And, it just the voice that he uses in it is just so
that
distinct.
Was me texting you back.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. I thought it was like the tagline to it.
Is Wakanda forever, motherfucker?
Because that's what it was. Ain't no goddamn movie, ain't no goddamn motion picture.
This motherfucker's dead. That's one of my favorite lines of that movie. Just the way he delivers that.
Hey, this motherfucker's dead. I don't break character. I do a DVD commentary.
That is one I remember because when he was on Rogan saying that, like his mom was like, Robert, please don't do this movie.
Yeah,
like
I like when I think Jamie Foxx is on Rogan and he's asking him to play like a Mexican character in one of his movies. He's like, I don't know if I can play a Mexican. He's like, well, you played a black guy. Like, why can't you play a Mexican guy? Speaking of movie quotes, my wife is not a movie quoter. Like, I mean, I say shit all the time, and she'll just be like,
didn't get it.
She'll laugh, and I'll just be like, you not? She goes, no. I'm like, okay, it's from this. Well, I have a 2-year-old, and he's starting to talk, but he makes no sense 90% of the time.
I was going to ask you that,
yeah,
because I don't know when they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Of like,
no, he's starting to talk. I mean,
boy,
he
it seems
says
like he should be able to greet me.
I mean, he can say hi, but he's just a turd sometimes. But he'll say shit and he'll just go on like rants, and you have no fucking clue what he's saying. And he'll look at me and he'll and like point, and I'll be like, no, that's in the other room. And I from Blades of Glory, where the lady speaks Chinese, and he goes, no, that's in the other room. And I say it to him, and my wife will go, what are you talking about? And I'm like, nothing, don't worry about it. And so he'll go to me again, blah, blah, blah. Like, nah, sorry, that's in the other room. And she goes, why do you keep saying that? I'm like, it's Blades of Glory, dear. You've seen the movie. I've watched it with you. Oh, I don't fucking know that. But no, it's funny to me. If somebody else was in the room, I would get a laugh, but I don't, because I live a terrible life.
That was, as we were talking about, like I was telling you, I was watching New Girl again.
Yeah.
Going through, and that episode came on a couple later about you.
Yeah. What do you mean?
What do you mean? But then the other one, when, and this is just a clip that, popped up of when the book agent comes in and is like, hey, I'm Meryl Streep. And he goes, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm a book agent.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a call.
Yeah. God, that show's awesome.
I don't care.
I don't care. Oh gosh. Wow, what was it? Did you caught up on the other two of the game of the House of the Dragon?
Yeah.
You watched the last, you're good?
Yep.
You caught up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Only been 2 episodes, right?
Well, yeah. I knew we had talked about it last week. I know you like to like kind of let them build up and then kind of binge them, but
it really wasn't for that one, because you really can't.
Yeah, you have to,
because you kind of have to watch it, or you're just out of the loop.
Yeah,
and they're gonna be talking about shit that you don't know about. And you're gonna look like a freaking
people
asshole.
yell at you like when there's a globally known show.
Yeah.
People like I remember when Breaking Bad was like at its peak. Like, oh, did you watch it? No, I don't. I've never seen it.
Yeah,
and they're like, what? You've never seen it? I'm like, no, I've never seen it.
I've been very adamant that if I would have watched that show when it was on the air, I'd have never made it, because the first season and a half is garbage.
Yeah, that's
of like, if I couldn't binge that thing, and
yeah,
people
exactly.
that I trust say, no, it's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would.
It really starts kicking off of like, let's just get after it, everybody. As we say before, just take what the boys are doing, where they just fucking go. I don't need this backstory shit.
Yeah.
Now, I did see a thing. Now, this is off the first episode.
Okay.
But it was a question.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't seen it yet, fuck off. I don't want to hear about it. I have an email account for that, but I've never given it out. So, it was, which is worse? The red wedding or the wife getting gutted?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
It's like, oh my God, because that was in there.
That was in, yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that was there. I
now as far as like not the goriness of it, but oh God, it's the wife.
Yeah.
Now the shock value.
Yeah, definitely the red wedding.
Yeah, because they had some prelims for the wife of like, well, for sure he's gonna say,
yeah, killer.
Yeah.
Yep, sorry. Get that baby on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the dragon thing's always cool to me. Like they trained them like dogs. Like to me, like that's cool. Like the lady just flies around on a dragon and it's her dragon. Everybody in the family has their own dragon.
Yeah.
Like that's cool as shit. Like I mean, how do you win a fight when that guy, 2 of them, 5 of them have dragons to ride?
Yeah.
It's not fair.
I was like not to go all crazy nerd on this, because I'm not. I don't know. I mean, I don't know a lot about it. I enjoyed the show. But, like people that have liked shows like, there's just these dragons, man. I just don't, that these people have dragons. Like, you're a fucking fan of the Ice King.
Yeah.
So you're okay with the zombies, but the dragons are what fucks you up.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I
just can't. It's far-fetched.
Oh, it's like fucking,
okay.
It's my fucking wife. It's my wife. I swear to God it is. We watched Endgame together in theaters. About halfway through the movie, she whispers to me, this seems a little far-fetched, doesn't it? It's a fucking comic book. Yes, it's far-fetched. There's a giant green man talking right now. It's a little far-fetched, dear. I don't know. I don't like it. It's not real. It's a comic book. What do you want? There's superheroes. There's not Captain America running around here right now.
Yeah, if you want to watch the real stuff, it's mostly brutal.
Yeah, exactly.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I just got to thinking about it. I started, obviously, you know me. I'm a researcher.
Mm-hmm.
After I talked, I watched that Blackbird, so I started looking into that. Man, it's just like some horrific stuff. And I'm a serial killer fan.
Yeah, you are.
That's, you start going after kids, though. That's, it's
a bit much.
Hookers, okay. But the kids.
There's a list that you go and stay away from the kids. There's an okay list, and then there's a bad list.
This is a bad thing. I was listening to a book, obviously, about how to do better at killing.
Okay.
But
How to Be an Efficient Killer by Dummies.
It's like, but everybody, the funny thing is, like, as they go through that stuff, it's like everybody knows the Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Everybody. And they are fucking nobodies in the killing game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking nurses and doctors. Hey, this guy's killed 87 people that we know about.
Yeah.
This doctor's killed 147. It's like,
Jesus.
And everybody's scared about old fucking Ted. And but, you weren't attractive enough for Ted to kill you, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I got kind of, luckily I said it quiet enough, but again, my humor, my smart mouth almost got me in trouble on teacher workday.
Oh.
So it's the first day, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. We have our big teacher together, like elementary and high school. The superintendent talks, but it's like a back to school thing.
Clapping, cheering.
Yeah. Woo. And she had given us this book, and a lot of it was she goes on about the school shootings because it's more apparent, things like that.
Yeah. And
she goes, basically she gave us this book, and it was like the cliff notes of like a researcher of like psychology of kids and things like that. And she's like, they're interviewing all the kids who've done it and who shot up schools and their parents and things like that. And I whispered I thought I said it quietly to the teacher beside me. I went, oh man, this is like a how-to manual. And he starts fucking losing it. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I said that out loud. But the superintendent is literally standing in front of me, and I didn't know it. Luckily, thank God she didn't fucking hear me, because I said it pretty loud. Louder than what I thought I said.
Inside voice.
Yeah, and I was like, what is this, like a how-to manual? And it was not good. But that was my first thought. Like, oh, you're interviewing all these people to see how they did it? That seems like...
Aren't most of them dead?
Yeah, whatever the ones that they had caught.
Oh, okay.
Who or gave themselves.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I was going to say, feels like most of them are dead. I assume some of them were still alive, but I don't.
No, but it wasn't a bad read. It was only like 15 pages. But, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying like the psychology of it all, because all of it was, we did the next day, because we have 2 teacher work. The next day we went and listened to this lady, and she talked about kind of like economic poverty with the whole COVID and how kids have changed and mindsets and things like that. And it was kind of interesting, but just that was kind of like the pre-hand to listen to this lady. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's not bad. But yeah, I said that. I'm like, oh my God, that's too loud. Could have gotten in some trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, and I hate the first week of school, because all the teachers do like their introductions. You know what I mean? Like this is my family, blah, blah, blah. Let me, they get to know yous. I don't know if you remember that during school, but every teacher always does like a get to know you thing, especially junior high.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. I mean, most of the main teachers, I don't. Most of the kids know who I am.
Maybe they just never asked.
But I feel bad because all of the teachers like talk about like their kids, and a lot of their kids are weird.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the teachers' kids are weird as fuck. And they tell them that. And if I'm thinking this, these 7th and 8th graders are fucking thinking this same thing too.
Now that you say that, of like,
oh
boy, I have high hopes for your kids, but the fucking bar is low, pal.
And this teacher I'm with, she's in a class, she's talking, she goes, I'm a den mother. My kid's going to be an Eagle Scout, and my youngest one's going to be a Cub Scout. And I'm like, you could just tell them that they don't like girls. You don't have to say all this shit.
Like getting punched in the face.
I mean, like, I'm like, it's not, I don't want to be like, it's just not really that cool to be a Cub Scout when you're 16 years old.
Yeah.
Like, that's not something
I feel like you're not allowed.
Yeah, I don't
I think
know.
That's younger, isn't it?
Eagle Scout's the older ones.
Yeah, Eagle Scout, like, that was...
Well, she got mad at me the previous year.
Like, when I was in school, I mean, nobody did it around,
Yeah.
But like that was still like that's something like you put on a college application to like fucking Harvard.
Yeah,
that was Eagle Scout was a big deal. And now it means that you just, navigated and was able to keep slapping away.
Well, last year she still has the same kids that she has this year, and I just like this is the middle of class, and I just went, so when does that end? Like, when is he done? Like, when does he just? Oh, you can do it forever. And I was like, yeah, but when does he quit? Like, I'm like, because he's not going to want to do it forever. Like, he's going to grow out of it, right? She goes, oh no, he loves it. He's wanting to do it. He was wanting to be like one of the troop masters, and I'm like, this kid's
I'm
not,
like pretty. Like they're going bankrupt, aren't they?
Oh my god! I just was like,
a lot of lawsuits.
I just want to be like, there's not a lot of social expectations for this child. Like you're not gonna have a girlfriend. Like there's no way. That's the so what do you do in your free time? I'm an Eagle Scout. Like, I can't imagine. That's what they want. Like, I can't imagine that.
I just popped in my head.
Yeah,
I'm talking about like teachers' kids being pieces of shit. And just thinking about it, there's someone listening to this show.
Lane. Yeah, Lane. Yeah.
Your friend.
He's like, what? One of my best friends.
That just popped in my head.
Oh, yeah. No, I hope he laughs at this. Because he's going to agree with me. A lot of the teachers' kids are fucking
I just went
weird.
like the delay of that going, hey now.
But it's so true. Like, there's some weird ones.
Yeah.
And they let them be, like, there's no way that you just don't think that's not a little odd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But they don't. Because it's normal to them.
Because it's normal to them.
Odd.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Everybody's their own character in their own movie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, now some people in their own movie are like a background.
Yeah. Oh, it's
now like fucking music teachers' kids.
Yeah.
Like they just have weird names. Like you fuck them up from the get go.
You want to talk about the lady that I'm talking about?
Don't.
Do you want to know the kids' names?
No. Don't say it. Don't say it. Just.
Oh, I'll tell you after.
Tell me off air.
I'll tell you off air.
Because this is going to be out there.
There's some fucking weirdos.
Like, we need to keep some things a little separate here.
Ooh, that's some different ones.
I had this thought the other day, and I'm glad you brought this up about teachers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember any of my teachers' names for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, like my physics teacher, I remember his name. I think he got fired the year after I graduated because he told one of the girls that she had to body be a stripper or something. I'm pretty sure that's true. I'm pretty sure that happened.
Yeah, that did. Yeah.
But I was thinking about it. It was in middle school somewhere, and it, kind of like it wasn't a scared straight thing or something like that. But one of our, I think she was a science teacher or something.
Mm-hmm.
She had a guy come in to give a talk that he'd spent time in jail or prison. I don't know which. He could have just been fucking DUI or some shit like that. And he did 3 days on a weekend. I mean, or he could have been in prison for something. And like just thinking about, like I vaguely remember the guy sitting on the desk telling stories, and I don't know what he talked about how cool the showers were or whatever. But like as an adult, you know, like just shit pops in your head from back then.
Yeah.
And going now thinking about it as an adult of like, oh, she was fucking that guy. I mean, 100% that's what happened. But like, obviously in fucking fifth grade or so, you know. But now I was like thinking about, you know, because I can picture her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I could not tell you what a name.
Yeah.
And I can kind of picture him like that, you know, especially back then, like, maybe had some tattoos and stuff like that. Fuck cool guy thing of like, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a fucking dick on the side just coming in to talk to the fucking classroom.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
And I obviously I couldn't tell you anybody that was in my class.
Yeah.
You know, obviously it was whatever level that you first started like changing classrooms of like, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You know? I can't.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You asked me to pick a name out of the 50 students that happen to be in the fucking school. I don't know. There's probably at least 20 of us in there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was one of those, like I think I might have been on the fairway mower.
Mm-hmm. Just thinking that.
Because
your mind wanders.
Yeah, one time, when I get to be on something where I don't have to make any decisions I still have to keep eyes on people, but I just kind of aimless back and forth of like, oh my God, she fucked that guy in the classroom, I imagine. Like fucking 310 hit 312. Yeah. She bent over the desk. Nice. That's what happened.
That's
there
were
no cameras back in them days.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh man.
Just Johnny back in the corner jerking it. So, watching his teacher get railed.
As small as a school that we have, we don't I don't know all of like the maintenance guys. Like we had a new hire and he's in charge of like the busing and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know that we have the same last name.
No.
So on
pretty common last name.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't know this. And obviously I'm not related to the guy because I didn't know he was there. And we had our open house and I have it's only like an hour. And I had like 5 families in my room. I went and like made copies or something. I come back and they're like, hey, what's our busing number? I'm like, what? And they're like, oh, they said that you would know our busing number. I'm like, who told you that? And they're like, oh, the office. They said, come down here and we'll get you what bus number you ride on. And I'm like, guys, I have no clue
7?
what you're talking about. I said, well, we leave at 2:40. I said, is you leave then? They're like, no, like what bus to ride? And I think my response was the big yellow one because I have no clue what you're talking about. And like one of the dads is laughing. He's like, I think we're in the wrong room. I'm like, I think you're right, man. Yeah, no, he's in charge of the busing. They said send him to Mr. My Name, and they came right down to my classroom and they just skipped him. And I'm like, what? And
this is a weird school.
And I share my classroom with another teacher, and she's in there. She goes, I had no idea you were doing the busing. And I'm like, I'm not. This isn't me. This isn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. I thought I had a new job that nobody told me about. I was like, I get on the bus, right?
I haven't seen a bump in pay yet for this.
Exactly.
A lot of parents going to be mad when their kids aren't on the right bus.
In my mind, I was just thinking, I'm like, well, get on the bus. Like, it's the same bus driver. Just find him or her.
I thought about this today because I was at a stop sign because I didn't get off work till later, so the buses were going.
Yeah.
And one turned and was, and it was like a little kid.
Yeah. Elementary, yeah.
And, they're all staring out the window looking at the cars as they go by. And I just had this thought. None of them did it, but there's always somebody that's going to flip you off.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm sure I don't know if you rode the bus or if you're an uppity
no, I rode the bus.
Kid that
no, fuck you, I rode the bus.
Always get dropped off. But but like that would happen.
Yeah.
And then there's always like, hey, somebody called the school and said one of the kids flipped something. I'm like, what a piece of shit.
Exactly.
Like they're just kids and they're trying it out. See if they can get a laugh from their buddies.
Exactly.
And you're calling the school.
Yep. What a piece
of monkey shit.
When I was in junior high, I was like one of the ball boys for the football team, and we played like somebody up like northwest, up like close to the Indiana border.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like an hour and a half drive, and I got to sit in the back with all like the juniors and seniors, so I thought I was like king shit, I'm like an 8th grader, and one of the kids had a notebook, and he writes on there, honk if you think the bus driver's a lesbian. And we're on a highway, so it's 2 lanes, and this semi driver, he looks at our sign, gives us the thumbs up, speeds up, sees it, comes back, and starts just honking his fucking horn. Like the whole bus, like we got bitched at because we're supposed to be quiet on the way to the games.
I hated that shit too.
Oh god, it's just like the whole everybody in the back's fucking losing it. That was so funny, so funny.
I always hated that. Obviously, I was terrible at football. I I rode the bench for 2 years, then I switched to golf. Probably a pretty good decision for me. But obviously in the conference that we were in, there's a game like that. I'm like, no talking on the bus. You know who my coach was. I didn't get his high pitch.
Yeah.
No talking on the bus.
That's better.
Of like fucking 2 hours.
Yeah.
To the point where we left school early for a 7 o'clock game and we stopped to eat before the game.
Yeah.
To the point where one guy ate too many breadsticks and he puked on the other team. But
that's a different story.
That's great. I love that. that's back in the day of like fucking iPods didn't exist, man. Like you had the fucking Discman.
Yeah.
And Discman of like it's Discman or Discman.
Uh-huh.
The last name or is it a product? I don't know.
It's not Spider-Man.
But it's like because he's a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Not his last name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What about
just thinking about that, like 2 hours of like, and what, I've had it happen before. I mean, I got jack shit going on. It's like, think about the game. It's like, I don't fucking play.
What am I supposed to think about?
Like 18 kids on the team, and I don't I'm not one of the guys on the field. So what do you want me thinking about? And you make me keep my helmet on the whole fucking time.
I do that.
I mean, have a little thought about the guys that, hey, man, we're just filling fucking numbers. Somebody gets hurt, or 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
The borderline might have to cancel the rest of the game. I might get in there. But
I'm the backup kicker, guys. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, wasn't even
don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I did onside kicks.
Yeah.
I didn't, Only I did one.
I did one. I was
fucking unsuccessful.
I was the Brucey of kicking.
But it's like just going up and down the sideline, fucking watching it. Think about the game.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope I really don't have to take a shit in the first quarter.
I hope warm-ups doesn't run this one out of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny.
Hey, how do I spell the whole name when we do our jumping jacks? Okay.
Is there a pause after the last name?
Do we have to run before?
Yeah.
Get loose.
Yeah.
I'm like, for what? If I come in, it's going to be late fourth quarter. This fucking loosening up before the game ain't going to work. Or at halftime.
I'm going to be stiff. It's fine.
Stiff either way.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about, what variation of the same fucking get-up speech are you going to give?
Yep.
I believe. Oh, God. Yeah.
I played my freshman year, the guy I played for did not like freshmen. Just, not a lot of coaches like freshmen because they fuck up a lot. Well, at our school, if you were halfway decent, you kind of played as a freshman.
Yeah. No choice.
So my freshman year,
I mean, I did not.
The Boys of Fall song came out by Kenny Chesney, and it's pregame. We're getting dressed to go out for pregame and stuff like that. And the head coach walks in, and it's me and a couple of other older guys. We're getting dressed. And he's like, "Hey, what's that new song about like Friday nights and stuff like that?" I'm like, "Oh, the Boys of Fall." And he's like, "No, that's not it." And he's like, "Because it's like Kenny Chesney and like Friday, hometown." I'm like, "The Boys of Fall." He's like, "No, that's not it." Finally, one of the upperclassmen is like, "It's the Boys of Fall, coach." He's like, "You're right, it is." I'm like, fuck you, dude. Like, I told you 3 fucking times that the goddamn name of the song was.
That's what we're doing?
Yeah.
I'll be real. I don't even know what that song is.
I mean, it's...
Or let alone who really Kenny Chesney is.
I just remember it coming out and it was a big deal at the time. Yeah. But yeah, I'm like, fucking douchebag. Fucking... I told you 3 times. I'm not... You know what I mean? Like, I play for you. I'm out there when all the other guys are out there, buddy. Like, fucking treat me like shit.
Yeah, that's a funny thing, too, because obviously, we didn't win a lot.
Yeah.
So you had to be quiet on the way home, too.
When do we get to talk?
When are we allowed to fucking talk? You fucking yell at us on Monday and make us run a whole bunch.
Yeah.
You make fun of people on films.
Yeah.
You make us run for however many penalties there were and do this shit. Fucking bear crawls, because that helps.
Yeah. I've never...
Coach, we can't fucking run to the end zone. Bear crawling ain't getting her done.
I've never understood the running for like losing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, well, we lost. Time to run sprints. Well, why? What is the point? Like, because they're already not mad they lost? You have to make them run too? Like, I've never got penalties. I get you want to clean it up, but yeah, we lost. We're running. Well, it's not all the way true there, guys.
There was one, like when I was in junior high, that you got, if you got a penalty called on you, like specifically on you, which all penalties are, but to one where they can say, hey, that's a fuck up.
Yeah.
It was like a mile.
Jesus.
Or maybe,
Yeah.
Whatever it was. And I remember because I was center and I didn't know the fucking rule of this. Like, ref, I just went down there, spun the ball, get it ready for the laces.
Yeah.
Stood back up, doing, whatever.
Yeah.
Making my checks like that was a thing in junior high. And I get flagged.
Yeah.
Because you're obviously not allowed to touch the ball.
Yeah.
And, the ref's like, you can move it with your foot or whatever. But as soon as you touch it with your hand, you got to stand. Okay. Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah. Practice.
Yeah. Coach, I didn't know that rule.
Yeah.
It was just like half a mile or one, if it was one lap or whatever it was, it's like do half because I didn't know the penalty either. Of like, well, hey, fuck you, pal. I mean,
so kind of the same thing happened to the backup centers in because we were beating this team in junior high pretty good. So the backup center goes in, and I was the center. So backup center goes in and break the huddle, run up. He picks the ball up, puts it in his hand, and then sends it back down to snap it. Flag. I do it in practice. You can't do it. It's not. It's a flag, man. It's a flag, man. The kid was pissed. This is stupid. You can't do that.
So I like the junior high stuff. I just thinking about I think in high school, as far as offense, I think they had runners. But junior high, it was all signaled.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're, and I still to this day. Of the center having to yell huddle. Of like, if you don't fucking know what we're doing right now, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So, like the whole team's looking over, and he's signaling the quarterback, but, thinking about how easy the signals are of like, they for sure know these. Like the pass play, you put your hand up and it was like signaled right and left with left hand's up. The nose is a 3.
Yeah.
Nose 4. I'm like, okay, well, I'm pretty sure we're running to the right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a foolproof system.
Yeah.
I'm
thinking about, I know the one guy back to the 5th, 6th grade story when I'm thinking 6th grade. The one guy listened to the show a little bit. I hope he hears that part. Yeah. And then I hope he remembers that and is like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Like I hope he hadn't thought about it and then hears this and goes, oh, no, yeah, absolutely. That's what was happening. And thinking about the teachers, it's like, I can see that. Yeah. I can see that happening.
Yeah, that's funny.
That is a weird thing as you get older. Like, I couldn't, teachers' names.
Yeah.
Could tell you, like my sister texted the other day of like somebody that graduated like a year behind me. Hey, do you know this? They're like, I don't. And I don't know that I've ever heard that name before. And I'm sure I have.
Yeah.
School that small, you had to bump into somebody. Like, I have no fucking clue who that is.
It's funny.
Which I go through that now too. I'll run into people. It's like, hey, remember when I worked for you?
Nope. Nope. I don't.
No.
Sorry.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
I meet a lot of people,
Yeah, I'm a busy guy.
Mover and a shaker here. Yeah. I got a lot of names up in this head, and you are not one of them.
That's
I act like I don't know you because I don't.
Yep. Not because I don't like you, or because I just don't know who you are.
Yeah, if I don't like you, I'm not going to talk to you, but I'll make eye contact with you first. Oh, yeah.
Nope. You look familiar, but I don't know you, so I'm going to look away.
Yeah. It's a good memory lane thing there.
Yeah.
The teacher's getting railed in the classroom.
It's
100% happened.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Always heard rumors of, teachers banging students, but it was just never, never went anywhere.
Yeah.
There's one guy, he taught at another school from my hometown. I think he went to prison for that, but like, that was a big deal, but it was like in the fucking 90s, early 90s, maybe late 80s.
Yeah.
Like it was just hey man, you can't be doing that.
You're fired.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Can't be doing that.
But it wasn't at our school. Like it was just from the area.
Mm-hmm.
Fun times, man.
Fun stuff.
Fun times. Now it's all fucking adult shit.
Yeah. Stupid.
Not really. It's not like I got a lot of fuck going on. I kind of do whatever I want anyways.
Yeah.
Shouldn't a lot.
But I
could do it.
I have the option, goddammit.
Do whatever I want. If I want to have cookies for dinner, I will. And I have.
Yeah.
Half my diet's gummy based. Get into some good gummy worms every once in a while. No big deal.
I never got that treatment. I never got like as a kid, like I don't remember having like the fun snacks. Like my mom was always like, let's get grapes. or let's have fruit or vegetables.
Yeah,
like
that fucking worked out well.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That was always like the running joke. Like the people listening, like my friends listening, there wasn't anything that wasn't light or diet in my house growing up. It's like I'm fat. Like it's not working. Buy something else.
That was always one, like my one grandparent always had like that Diet Right soda.
Yeah.
Like the real cheap.
Yeah.
But like that was all she ever had. And, you know, like we didn't always have soda in our house.
Yeah, it's pop. But go ahead.
Like to the point where you get a taste for it. Where it's like, this ain't bad.
Why do you think I drink this?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, that's,
this is all that
of all the diets, that's the worst.
No, it's the best.
Diet Coke's 100% better than that.
Diet Coke is dog shit.
Dude, I seen a raccoon shit in that Diet Pepsi bottle, and it would probably taste better.
It probably tastes like Diet Coke.
No.
Yeah.
No, it tastes like...
This shit's delicious.
It's fucking terrible.
No, it's fantastic.
Now,
it's
this
good
fucking
for you.
sun-kissed orange that I'm drinking, that's fucking top of the line, pal. I believe it's a Coke product. I don't know.
Bullshit. This Diet Pepsi is real good.
Yeah, it's a funny thing.
Aspartame free. Sinus.
Fucking, I like the aspartame.
Yeah.
Give me that taste. That's always a funny thing. Of like, I love when one of the diet switch up the sweetener.
Yeah.
And it fucking everybody. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't care about cancer 20 years from now.
But no, that's seriously why I like it, because that's what was in the house.
Yeah.
So it was bought. Yeah, it's
I thought at the end of the second episode of Hard Knocks, I thought we were going to get a fucking pop soda debate.
Yes, I did too.
And then the one guy's like, we just call it drink.
Yeah.
Like, that's another great option.
Yeah.
What is it? Water, juice, and drink. That's what we have.
Well, they said that's like a Michigan thing, is what he said.
No.
Oh.
I don't think that guy was from Michigan, was he?
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was.
No, I think the soda guy was
Isn't soda a southern thing?
Is that a southern thing?
I know, like in Texas.
Pop is up north, yeah.
Yeah, I know, like I have some family in Texas, and they call everything Coke.
Yeah, that's like a Southwest kind of thing.
Yeah, everything. I mean, come up, give me a Coke.
Give me a Coke. What flavor?
Yep, that's
and
it's
Cola.
Like, yeah, it's like no, I mean it's Pepsi. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
but you ask for Coke.
That's one of those things too. If you go down south, good luck finding a Pepsi somewhere.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean,
yeah, tough.
But yeah, when they started talking, oh, you don't call it soda? Or you don't call it pop, whatever. However that started, I'm like, no fucking way we're going to get this. That guy's like, we just call it drink.
How lazy are you?
That was awesome. I didn't check. I haven't watched yesterday's episode of Hard Knocks yet.
I'm like halfway through.
But, and I didn't check the roster cuts, but I didn't text you after the second episode, but I was going to, and then I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
You know, because you didn't hear from me.
I didn't get a text.
Of like, to see if we're on the same page. That fucking tackle's getting cut, right?
Yeah, the non-American guy.
Yeah,
for sure. He's getting cut.
I mean, and I didn't check the rosters. I couldn't tell you his name. I'm sure I could pick it out of
easy.
Yeah,
because I can't
pick it up out of a
his
lineup.
Last name.
But, but it was like I'm watching that episode. It's like for sure, this guy's getting cut.
He's not very good.
Yeah, I mean, he's
like they have to tell him to turn it on.
Yeah.
Hey, you gonna pick it up? Oh yeah, my fault. Like,
yeah, that's
come on, man.
It's not gonna get it.
It's kind of
not gonna get it done.
Well, when he was talking to Hutch about like, oh yeah, I would choose Memphis all the time. Like, and he's like you had offers from like all the big D1 schools. Well, yeah. Why the fuck did you pick Memphis? You know what I mean? And he's like, well, I don't. He goes, I didn't know that. I was like, but,
yeah, I understand. But you do now.
But yeah, like, and he's asking if you do it again, and you say, yeah, like, yeah, I'm sure your coaches were awesome in Memphis, small school, all that stuff. But it's like,
sure,
it's Alabama. Like, you can go get a couple rings. And
I think he had an offer from Michigan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was like,
yeah, it was weird. Yeah,
he's through that whole episode of like, his wife cheering. They got to bring in the family thing of like,
yeah.
She ain't gonna like it.
Nope, she's not gonna like it. I still
find a new job.
The only roster, and I'll spoil it for you because I saw it on Twitter. So you probably had. The only thing I saw with Lions roster is that the Blau guy got. Yeah, he's
which
on the
he was
team.
always. I mean, because the third guy is fucking god-awful.
Pretty bad. Yeah.
And I've already admitted to how bad. Not admitted. I mean, it wasn't a fucking secret how bad I was at football. But I think I could have done with that guy. If you need me to throw it to the other fucking team, I can for sure do that.
Yeah.
Might not get far down the field. I mean, that ball gets a little big and slick for my hands. Yeah. Good for making my cock look big, but it ain't good for footballing.
But I hope that linebacker makes it. I like him.
I think he will. He's going to, special teams guy.
Yeah, I like him.
I think they have to for special teams wise because he knows that's
probably him.
That was the one with the Colts doing it. That Philip Lindsay getting cut.
Yeah.
Which I was listening. Obviously, I was listening to McAfee's show when they did that because and then when they pointed out of like, well, he'd be their third running back, and he's never played special teams. Like, oh well, for sure he's getting cut. Then.
Yeah,
They already have. They have Jonathan Taylor. They have Naheem Hines.
Yeah, it's a weird.
You're gonna need to play special teams.
It's a weird thing with him because comes out undrafted to Denver.
Yeah,
has 3 1,000-yard seasons. Get a new coach. They cut him.
Yeah,
goes in, doesn't do well with Houston, doesn't do well with somebody else, and then gets on the Colts roster and is like, yeah. You're just in every, you know what I mean? Like, but the running back room in Denver wasn't very good. So he got his chance. Like, you're behind Jonathan Taylor and their third down back who they throw the ball to. It's like, you got cut because you can't catch the ball.
Great thing if Hines wasn't there.
Yeah.
I mean, then, Jonathan Taylor needs a spell. You got a guy who can run the ball, especially with that line.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well,
Yeah, exactly. And especially if you've never played special teams before.
I assume he got cut because they were going to have to pay him.
Probably.
In Denver.
Yeah.
I mean, that was they could have kept him.
Probably.
But I assume at the time frame he got cut is because it was either
he was going to be.
Either we got to give him a contract or go. I mean.
Yeah, with
when you're him, once that rookie deal's up.
Yeah, especially undrafted rookie deal. I mean, you're making thousands of dollars.
$450, I believe.
Yep. Yeah. Did you some of the training camp videos from other teams like come out? Do you see like the one where the Ravens and John Harbaugh, they're in their room and the rookie safety stands up and he says their name, college, and like their signing bonus, and he's like, who says name, college? He's like $9 million, and like Harbaugh like his mouth like drops and they all start like going nuts because some guys it's like 15,000, you know what I mean? And this guy's like $9 million.
Yeah, because I seen the one. He was like fucking $7,500. Like,
exactly.
Was a bunch of plane ticket here? Yeah. Because when Hutch went up in front of, he's like $28 million.
Whoa! Yeah. Funny stuff.
He killed it with his, but he fumbled it at the beginning. So you got to knock points for that. I like the guy. I mean, I know people that are like, we played for Michigan. Fuck him. I'm like, well, he's a good player.
And he doesn't
kind of got fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, he
should have been the number one pick.
Yeah, but we're all fans of Detroit right now, but that shit's going to sail because they only got one more episode left or two, or whatever it is.
Yeah, and then we're just really Dan Campbell fans. We're not Lions fans.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
man. Can't get it.
Can't do it. Nope.
Sounds like he got some chaw in, man.
Well, he does. I think he fucking
shit, man.
Packs that shit in there.
Yeah. I haven't chewed in a while.
I remember when you would chew and smoke. Got a lip in.
Spit that out. Your cigarette. That was a good summer.
I'm not feeling good today. I got 3 Monsters, a can of chew, and a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know why I feel so
feeling
bad.
100%.
It's not even 8 o'clock yet.
Dude, I had one the other night where I thought I was going to have some fucking problems.
Yeah.
Not like dying problems, but like I was I laid down.
Yeah.
I'll put a podcast on or something on the TV, and that's kind of what I fall asleep to. Like the Jocko podcast, little war stories. Yeah. Like, anything to do with killing, I'm good. But I laid down, just laid down on my back, and it felt like a tickle in my ear.
That's weird.
If you get like a hair or something, it's like kind of a twin, and like the room started spinning. And I'm like,
fuck, you got vertigo?
I'm like, fucking, like I got a busy fucking day tomorrow. Like I got to be at work at like 4. I'm like, I'm just like staring at the ceiling and it, like it's not moving, but it feels like it's fucking moving. Like the room's, I'm like, this fucking better not be.
Yeah.
It fucking better not. So I was like, just go to bed. Then like sometime in the middle of the night, I woke up, took a piss. And then on my way back to the bed, I'm like, well, I didn't fall down, so this must be okay then. So I fucking slept off vertigo.
Go. Nice. You're a fucking champ. You're a champ.
But that was like, oh my God, this better not be.
This better not be it. Oh, I thought I was gonna. I did the blood rush to the head thing. Like I was squatting down, and like my kid was coming around the corner, and I was gonna jump up and scare him, and I did. And he giggled and took off running, and I went, oh fuck! I was like, oh, I think I need to sit down for a second. It's a lot of body moving up and down.
I've seen some people pass out.
Yeah, a lot. I was like, whew, that's.
I've almost done that before. Be working on a sprinkler head, and particularly deep one.
Yeah.
And you just kind of get leaning in that hole, and it's like before you know it, I'm like 10 minutes, I'm almost upside down working. Then I lean back and stand up real quick, and it's like,
fuck.
Whoo,
too much.
I had that happen once at Lost Creek. There's one out by the road and it was just one of those. I was putting in a new swing joint, and I had to put a nipple in first, and I'm it keeps fucking flooding with water, and I'm trying to get the tape on.
Yeah.
And, there's enough water in there, and I can't dish it out fast enough. And I'd say, it's threading on. I'm not gluing. I just need to get the tape on. I'll get this in. But it's just fucking not. Can't get the right angle, get the second hand on it, trying to get the tape just so I can get it. And apparently, I was in there long enough that a guy from across the street walked over and was like, hey, man, are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, and I just looked up and I'm like, yeah, just, I'm working on this spring. Okay. He's like, well, you've been laying here for a while, and I just wanted to make sure. Well, thanks for checking that I'm not fucking dead.
Yeah.
Because there's golfers that have went by and not said a fucking word. And they usually go, hey, what's the problem here?
Yeah, exactly.
You got a leak?
Yeah.
Nope. Just fucking digging holes out here for nothing.
Fixing a divot.
Yeah. Probably one of yours.
Yeah. Golfers. Pussies. Let's talk about some football. What about all this?
Ready for some football?
Lamar Jackson contract talk is the new scoop.
I love it. I love what he's doing right now. What I hate, everything. I have not heard one talking fucking head. Obviously, just ESPN radio when I'm going back and forth to work. They're all just shitting on him, like, well, this is why you got to have an agent. This is why you got to have an agent. Fucking why?
Yeah.
What is the agent gonna do?
Yeah, nothing.
Besides take 8% or 10%,
Absolutely nothing. It's pointless to have an agent unless, you don't know how to negotiate.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is,
he doesn't have to.
It's more pressure on the franchise, not the player.
Yeah.
Because if he has an agent, the franchise is going to go, well, he fucking runs the ball. He's going to get hurt. He's a piece of shit. Can't throw worth a fuck.
Yeah.
Here's $40 million.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell that to the guy.
Exactly.
Because, the agent knows that, hey, I can't tell him that stuff.
Yeah.
Give me the number. You know? I'm great with it. The fact of, like, the one guy's like, well, they already offered him that. And then, just some nobody. Yeah. And he's like, no, they didn't.
Nope.
And then one guy's like, I love Lamar, but he's doing this. He goes, sounds like you don't love Lamar.
Yeah.
It's like, that's fucking great. I love that he's doing, as opposed to like the Kyler of just deleting everything off. No.
Yeah.
And then like the picture of somebody put him in a Dolphins uniform.
Yeah. Let's stir the pot a little bit.
Let's do that.
Yep. Let's stir the pot a little bit. Yeah. He's a guy of that caliber is in the freaking, he's in a good seat. He's in the driver's seat. He's going to dictate.
Caliber.
What did I say?
Caliper.
Oh, sorry. The caliber.
He's not measuring pieces of metal and or something to do with your braking system. Could be. Although he doesn't have much for brakes. I mean, he ran right into that fucking quad there on the beach.
Okay. Now that I feel stupid. Caliber.
Hey, you're up here.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I got to tug you back down a little bit. I don't tug you much.
I know. I miss it.
But, I miss these small hands.
It's a different feel. I like the calluses.
And the blue dye.
Yeah, and the chemicals.
And the dirt and the chemicals.
No,
the glyphosate.
Yeah, he's in the driver's seat with it. And like you said, you bring up a good point with the no agent thing, and you don't have to pay him now.
Yeah.
Like Richard Sherman did a really good job with himself negotiating that contract.
And they shit all over him.
I know he did.
They're like, well, he just can't. It's like, motherfucker went to Stanford.
Yeah. He knows it.
Like, people forget that.
No, they do.
They're like, well, yeah, but he's a football player. It's like, no, that's not how it works at Stanford.
Nope, you graduate.
Like, they don't
play
that game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
nobody said that about. I don't know if Andrew Luck learned the playbook. I know he went to Stanford, but
yeah, exactly.
no, it's not a thing. Like Richard Sherman went to Stanford.
Yeah, it's it'll get interesting when the season starts of all the talk, because it's going to be the first thing that's brought up if he plays bad.
Oh yeah,
he doesn't deserve it anyway. Why the hell? Yeah.
Well, that was thing too, and that was funny thing on the agent thing, and I didn't even think about it, but like McAfee said it yesterday because the 1 year he got franchise tag.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, still had to pay my agent.
Yeah,
he did
nothing.
Basically didn't do his job. He didn't get me a contract. And I had to give him 8.
Yeah, whatever.
I think it's 8% is what they're capped at in the NFL.
Yeah,
like then people think that they can just fire their agents. Like you already signed that deal, you got to pay them that. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can fire them. They're still getting paid.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I think that would be a fun job to be like an agent in the NFL.
I feel slimy.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing I like about Drew Rosenhaus. But
exactly.
Man, he's a fucking killer.
He is. He is good at what he does.
Like he gets everything. But there's just something like that.
Like that. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Feels like you're gonna.
Yeah. Feels like I can't, like my home's not safe.
Feels like I can't trust you with my girlfriend kind of thing. Or my dog.
Weird one. No.
I don't know, maybe he kills dogs. What was you thinking?
He's going to fuck the dog.
Oh, well, maybe. I don't know what he's into. I don't know Drew.
Yeah.
It's not a rumor I want to start, but if you want to run with it.
I want to run with it, yeah. No. Drew Rosenhaus fucks dogs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with. Gonna get sued for nothing.
He didn't fuck him. I hear he likes it. Like he'll just kind of rim their butthole with his finger. That's it.
Just checking for worms.
That's it. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know how they check for worms. I assume they're feces.
I don't know. I
have dogs.
I know, but I don't take
like
care
you
of
know
them.
that.
I hate dogs. I'm not an animal
You
person.
have 2 of them.
Yeah.
One of them has 2 different names. A good one and a bad one. And the other one's just a fucking terrible name.
His name's Duke.
Yeah.
Good name. He's an idiot. He's an awful dog.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Hired that fucking loser for 40 years.
Middle name is Michael.
Duke Michael Kuszewski.
Yeah.
Krzyzewski. We get it. Starts with K. Fuck you.
We're not going into it. We're not going into it. Save your ranting for somebody else.
I would have done this for nothing. You made $15 million a year.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up.
We're done. We're done with it. Okay. So, do we want to do our picks next week then? Like for the weekend games? Or do we want to do it now? Or do you want to go?
We could probably go because
depends if you want to include the Thursday night one.
we pick the Thursday game, but I feel like we should do
yeah.
You know, if we do picks this week, then we got fucking nothing going on next week.
It's a good point. So we'll let's do our wild cards. We did our division winners last week. Let's do our wild card team. So we have 3 wild carders on each side of the divisions.
We'll recap you. You had the Bucks, 49ers, Eagles, and Packers.
Yep.
The Bills, Colts, Steelers, and Chiefs.
That's who I had.
That's who you had.
Yep.
I had the Bucks, Rams, Eagles, Packers. Bills, Colts, Ravens, Raiders.
Okay.
We have 3 wild card positions available for each one. They will play on Super Wild Card Weekend, and they will be the away team.
Dude, the Super Wild Card Weekend with 3 games.
The greatest fucking thing.
It's so fucking awesome.
Now they're going to put one on Monday night or so, aren't they?
Oh, probably.
They're fucking it all up.
Dude, I'm so pissed about... So I watched... That's one of the preseason games I watched. It was one of the Monday Nighters that they had with the Monday Night Crew.
Yeah.
Why did they need to replace Greasy? Why wouldn't they just leave freaking Louis Riddick and Steve Levy up there? Why'd they have to... I'm not a big fan of Orlovsky.
Yeah. He... Kind of a hot taker.
Yeah, and I don't need that on a Monday night. I just need you to talk about people in the game and things like that. Louis Riddick is awesome. I love that guy. Steve Levy is one of the better the guys up there because he doesn't
okay.
Yeah, he doesn't try to do anything other than what he's supposed to do.
Yep.
His voice isn't annoying. He doesn't try to give me any insight. And then you throw Orlovsky out there. It's like, we just needed 2. How many years did we just have 2 fucking people? I don't understand that.
Like, everything else is 2, but for some reason, Monday night's got to be 3.
No.
Of why?
No.
Why?
How? It's annoying. I don't need 2 people's opinion. Just fucking one guy's good.
NFL-wise, I don't need Orlovsky.
No.
Orlovsky calling college games of, I don't know who any of these fucking players are.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he does enough research and he's going to let you know.
Yeah.
That's also why he didn't call the big games. Like,
Yeah.
the
And
big bullies do
that's
that.
my rant on that. Just have 2. It's 2 everywhere else.
Isn't it weird though? And Orlovsky just has that thing like when he wears his glasses and everything. It's like this guy was in the NFL for like 15 fucking years.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he's a backup, but still, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's tough.
Played in the NFL, made some starts, won games. Won 2 games for the Colts.
Yeah.
When they were pushing for that over.
Yeah, he did.
But then it's like you see him like that, and it's like, oh my god, he played for. And then to think about it is, and he's also 6'5".
Yeah.
Of like he just the way his face is and everything is like, this guy's like 5'10".
I did not until I watched that preseason game because there was a fuck up on the field from a guy getting their first start. So then it was like, then they asked Orlovsky, they're like joking with him or whatever, and he goes, "That I didn't realize that was his first start."
Yeah.
His first NFL start.
I don't think they realized.
No,
that
they
was
didn't.
his.
They didn't because he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was your first start." Yeah, he ran out of the back of his end zone on his first fucking start. That's fucking wild.
I get it.
I know, I get it too. Like that would make more sense. I hope that now it's like it'd been worse if like you're 3 years in and you did it.
Yeah, like he owns it though. Like that, I'm not so sure that's not still his Twitter picture.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah. What do you want to start with the NFC or the AFC?
Your call, buddy.
Let's go with the NFC since both of our teams are in the AFC.
Straight in the A.
Right up the A. All righty. I'll go first.
Okay.
So my division winners, we said Bucks, Niners, Eagles, Packers. I think since I didn't have the Rams winning it, I think they're one of the wild carders.
Yep.
I think I do think that the the Saints get in as a wild card.
Yep.
And then I think my last wild card team, and it's going to be a very toss-up, very weird. You might shit on me. I'm going to pick the Giants to get in there as a wild card team. I am. It's a weird. I know what you're going to say. You're looking at me like you like I'm an idiot. I'm going with the Giants to win that to get that last spot of the wild card.
Just saying like 9 wins.
No, oh shit! No. I take that back.
No take back.
No, I'm taking it back.
That's bullshit. You already said it on air.
Yeah, I did, didn't I? Okay, I won't take it back. I'll stick with it.
Take it back.
Okay,
you're a fucking
no.
moron.
I was.
You're gonna win 3 fucking games.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking of. I don't know why I had the Vikings in the freaking AFC, but no, the Vikings would be my third one. The Vikings would be my third. I was thinking that they're in the AFC. Sorry, I have them written down in the AFC on my phone. Yeah, my fault.
Yeah,
no, Rams,
fucking Giants,
Rams, Saints.
I don't know that the Giants could make the playoffs if they were in the XFL.
They may not.
Obviously, they would. They have 53 NFL players.
Yeah.
We understand.
But no, I don't think the Giants are going to be as bad as.
They're not going to be good.
I think they can
3 to 5 wins.
I honestly think like 7 because I don't
beat
think
the Cowboys.
I just don't think they're like roster wise. They're not as far gone as like the Jets.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
we're in different.
I know that, but I'm saying I think that it's. Plus, I'm a big fan of Dayball. I really hope he does well, even though he's on a shitty team.
Yeah.
All right, who's yours?
All right. I have the 40. Obviously, I have the Rams winning out there, so I have the 49ers.
Okay.
It was a toss-up on, but you went Saints because that was kind of how I was going to go. That was going to be my kind of wild pick because Vikings is going to be my other pick. Obviously, I pick them every year. But I'm gonna go Cardinals.
Cardinals, okay.
I think 3 out of the 4
tough division
get in there, and then the Vikings. But that sleeper is the Saints.
Yeah,
like it's not going to be like, well, the Saints made it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I kind of expect them to, and I was going. If you wouldn't have picked them, I was gonna.
Yeah, like we said, we talked about it. Like Jameis didn't play bad before he got hurt. He's got weapons around him.
Yeah,
it's not a bad.
I like Jameis.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad. Yeah,
trains.
Yeah,
weird, and it's awesome because he owns it.
I think my favorite off-season video is him running through the gauntlet and falling.
That's it.
Like it busted him. It got him. Like, oh shit! Cracks me up. He said he's goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny.
I feel like he gets a good laugh in the locker room.
Yeah.
Like I think,
the eating the wins thing. God, that still cracks me up.
When you go back, the fuck her and the pussy thing that he gets suspended for. Okay, hey, that was a meme thing at the time. Okay,
the crab legs.
That I just went in and ate a bunch of crab legs. Fucking forgot to pay. I fucking love it.
I would 100% think that's probably true.
That takes me back, like him doing that. But then that takes me back to the Bobby Bowden era.
Yeah.
With Peter Warwick.
Mm-hmm.
Where he got he got this deal.
Yeah.
Of it was like $50 got him like $900 worth of clothing.
Yeah.
So they're asking Bobby Bowden about it. Obviously there's some sort of valet. She goes, You want to give this kid crap for, you got $800 worth of clothing for $50? I'm not going to, shit on him.
Yeah.
He goes, I want to know where he shops.
Yeah.
and it was just over.
Yeah.
After that, it was like,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That was one my brother always liked. This guy on Bob and Tom, that his Bobby Bowden impression is like every time they ask about a player or something, somebody does something, it's always, well, he's a good kid. He's a real good kid.
All right.
All right. Into the AFC. Into the A.
Yeah, you do your A.
I will do my A. My tiny fingers. I think they're normal sized, actually.
You have a nice hand.
I don't feel like my hands are that small. They're missing chunks of fucking meat. It's like there's some parts
there's a divot.
of my that's like a big one right there that I can feel the bone.
Nice.
Now in the wintertime, if we have to plow some snow or something like that, I don't shovel the snow, but if I have to get out of that truck to tell this fucking guy how to do it properly, instantly
fingers hurt.
Oh my God. I have so many chunks missing out of my fingers.
Yeah.
That it's like, I can't, it hurts. It's like, oh my God. To the bone is a thing.
Yeah.
I remember when that one happened. Like, you can stick your finger in that one. But, there's some shit missing there on that finger.
I'll finger it later.
All right, back in the AFC. All right. So I have... All right, I have the Bills, Colts, Ravens, and Raiders making it. So obviously, I have the Bengals as a wild card.
Yep.
I have... Ooh. Man, I don't...
It's tough.
I don't feel great about the Chargers. Just because I haven't done it. I'm sure as fuck not putting the Broncos in there.
I don't blame you.
Because obviously the AFC North not going to happen. I'll put the Chargers in. So I got Bengals, Chargers. Man, that is toughy. There's nobody. Titans. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll sneak them in there.
Okay.
I don't. Patriot. In the East, it's like, I don't know that the Dolphins gonna do it with a left-hander.
Yeah.
I mean, they shouldn't be allowed in the league. But whatever's going on with New England, it ain't good.
Yeah.
Like,
I know what you mean.
I don't think people. I've heard them talk about it, but like everybody's like talking about how bad their offensive line is and stuff like that. Of like, but then listening to offensive linemen talk of like, hey, you just can't switch to zone blocking and act like this is a fucking not a big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's
tough.
Everything that you've done, throw it out the window because it's all different now.
Yep.
Of like, that's a big deal.
It's actually crazy. So it's one of the reasons why Denver didn't retain Mike Munchak.
Yeah.
I mean, because he had been there for a while, like I'm going to say like 6 or 7 years, and it was like that was one of the coaches, like all like the buzz was like, you got to keep Munchak. He made fucking Garrett Bowles and all pro. You know what I mean? He did it. It's like he doesn't know zone blocking.
Yeah.
They hired the guy who does zone blocking. It's like it's a completely different thing, and I don't think a lot of people realize that it's huge.
It's not the
different.
same.
No,
like,
it's not at all.
Like if you're a zone blocking coach, you go find another zone blocking job.
Yeah.
Was the same argument. Me and you, we weren't arguing with each other, but like for Ohio State last year.
Yeah.
Hey, we stop this zone blocking shit because you ain't fucking good at it.
Not good at it at all.
You have 4 tackles out there trying to zone block.
Yeah.
Maybe put a guard in. I was just saying.
So my AFC wild card would be the Ravens. Oh, sorry. My division winners were Bills, Colts, Steelers, Chiefs. So
the
I have
Steelers thing still, man. Like, I get it because they're going to do something. They'll win 9 games.
Yeah.
But, man, it's hard to see.
It's my take. I understand. It's my hot take there.
But it's one of those ones of, like, you want to say it's a shitty pick, but it's also the Steelers.
Yeah. It's like they find ways to fucking win.
Like, they haven't had a losing season in 18 years?
Something
19,
like that,
20?
yeah. Something.
I mean, Tomlin never has, and I don't remember how Cowher's last couple years were.
Well, he won a Super Bowl last year. So.
Was it his last year?
Last year.
So,
yeah.
at least 19.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. And the year before, I'm sure they made the playoffs.
Probably. So I'm going to go Ravens. This is really tough, too. I'm going to go Raiders. I think they sneak in there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going Chargers.
Okay. And I'm okay with that.
You know what? I don't think it's not like I don't think the Bengals are going to be any good. They could it's tough to repeat.
Well, and usually the team that loses the Super Bowl usually doesn't make the playoffs the next year. Unless you're the Patriots, you win it the next year.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just tough. They're still young. I'm not saying they're not going to be good. They're still fucking explosive as shit.
Who did you have winning the West?
Chiefs.
Okay. I left them out.
Yep.
All right, I'll go with it. I fucking forgot about them.
Yeah.
I mean, you get rid of Tyreek, you're fucking off my radar.
Yeah. No, I think you're going to see different teams in there.
I kind of like that with the Chiefs or whatever. I feel like it's a weird thing. Like, I think it'd be good for Patrick Mahomes to miss fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, pump the fucking not that he's the problem. Like, but everybody's really, hey, pump the fucking brakes. Like, there's other teams that are good.
Yeah. My thing with the Chiefs is you just watched this year, all your other teams in your division got equal to you. And you didn't do anything to keep yourself above everybody else.
Yeah.
You brought yourself back down to their level because you got rid of your most dangerous weapon.
Yeah.
No matter what you say, like, oh, yeah, I know he just runs deep routes. No, he's fucking open all the time. When Mahomes does this little spinning around thing, Tyreek's the one that's open.
And when you say he runs deep routes, a lot of people don't think of he runs deep crossers. That's different than just running a fucking straight 9.
He runs across the fucking field.
That does everything to the defense.
Yeah. So that is now teams don't have to play 2 high safeties against you. There's an extra guy in the box.
Yep.
Until you have somebody else that's going to do that, which you don't because there's not another Tyreek Hill.
No.
You're going to now have a loaded box, and people are going to rush Mahomes and keep him in a pocket, and he does not do well.
And they replaced him with Juju and Scantling.
Scantling, yeah.
Which he's just
Scantling's fast,
but he doesn't.
No.
Like, he doesn't have it.
And Juju is only good when he has another receiver
He's
there.
a crosser.
Yeah.
Which is fine, and also coming off injury. Like, you don't.
Yeah, you don't know.
I think he'll be okay, but you don't know.
But it's we talked about the Rams when the Patriots played them in the Super Bowl. Like, they gave you a blueprint on how to stop that offense.
Yeah.
I think the Bengals gave you a blueprint on how to stop the Chiefs.
Take away the first read.
Take away the first read and keep him in the pocket. He doesn't do well if he can't scramble around.
Backwards.
Yeah.
Like that last drive of his, I guess
the
the
one
last
before
drive
halftime when they didn't score, yeah.
The one before the end of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Where they were fucking first and goal, and they end up having to kick a 40-yard field. 40-something. Like,
something, yeah.
He just kept running backwards. He kept running backwards. He fucking lost 15 yards on one, then he fumbled on another, and then what is going on here? For sure, just run it up the middle and kick the fucking field goal, dude.
Yeah, so I just feel like they didn't try to keep themselves at the top. They kind of fell back down with the rest of it. And then those other 3 teams, they did stuff to push themselves above them.
And it was really hard for me to put the Chargers in there because everybody's so high on them of like,
oh my God.
And it's not a Herbert thing because I think he's great. But
it's just a Chargers thing.
It comes of like, hey, you gotta win at some point. You just gotta win a ball game.
they may have the best on paper roster in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, top to bottom, it's fucking stacked.
And it was, now I know they fired that coach. They have a new coach as of what, is
last
this
year,
his second year now?
Second year there, yeah.
You know, because was it Anthony Lynn?
Yeah.
Like, he's losing games in the last minute of games.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
They fired him for it. Like, for sure when you got to win the NFL.
Yeah.
But they still lost some of those games last year.
Yeah.
Like, that shit happened.
Mm-hmm.
I mean.
Yeah, it's the Chargers thing.
Yeah.
I mean, even when Rivers was there, they would lose games within minutes of it, or they would have a team come back on them. I mean, hell, I remember like Peyton's first year in Denver. The Chargers are up 24-0 at halftime. Denver comes back and beats them like 31-24 or something like that. That game's fucking over in the NFL. Like, what the hell is your fucking deal?
That's one I was listening to. Michael Lombardi was on the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I like what 30-some, 40 years, whatever he's been in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Whether, a lot of people don't like him because of the Cleveland thing of like, you hated him and got fired because he traded Trent Richardson.
Yeah.
For a first-round draft pick. Ran him out of town. Turned out to be the best thing ever for that franchise that they could have done because Trent Richardson sucked.
Yeah.
And your new guy turned that into Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's on you. But him talking about, because we was talking about, like, you don't know a lot from the first four. You know, you get week 4 or 5, you start to know. And he goes, no, that's not true. He goes, teams that make it are good right out of the gate. Yeah. Says, I think 1 year the Patriots were like 2-2 in September and they won a Super Bowl. He says, but that's usually not the case. Says everybody says you don't know what your team is. That's true, but the good teams still win. Yeah. Now they'll have a lull somewhere in the center, but he says historically teams will start out hot, have a lull, and then they'll finish hot. So that's typically how an NFL season. And I was like, because when he was talking about the Bengals on that, because the Bengals started out hot, and then they had a little lull, and then they came back through. Yeah. Like, I guess that makes sense. He's like, if you're good, you're good. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
That's why that 0-4 stat's out there. If you start out 0-4, chances are
not making it.
Pretty tough to make that ground up.
Not making it.
Well, we should talk some college football since it starts Saturday.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't know what other. I mean, I haven't seen much for college football.
No, me either.
And it's a tough one, like Ohio State opening up against Notre Dame. That's a top 5 matchup, and it's a 17-point fucking.
That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, if I'm betting, I'm taking Notre Dame. Like, like it's the first game of the year
with a new defensive coordinator.
Yeah, and it's 17.5. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, crazy.
I think I don't know what other big game. I think Georgia and Oregon play.
Yeah, is that a big game though? I mean,
well, it's a big game because they won last year, and you kind of want to, and Oregon's okay.
Yeah.
I see. Basically, it's a big game because like it. I guess Oregon could get them. But it's more to see
if Georgia's
what Georgia's defense looks like. Of like how many, obviously they had some studs behind, but how good are they?
Yeah.
Of like, are they ready yet?
I tell you what, it's a low game. I mean, by low I mean nobody really cares. Yeah. But the Cincinnati Arkansas game.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be a fun. Let's just see how good.
Happening.
Let's see how good Fickle is. Let's see how good of a coach he is.
Yeah, because he lost everybody.
Yeah, and then let's see. I like that coach from Arkansas.
Yeah.
Just like a down home, just a hard nosed guy. It says some good. You know what I mean? In interviews, he's a fun interview to listen to talk. And
his line being, I don't want to talk about matchups and stuff. He goes, I want to see that 2-minute offense or the 2-minute game plan. That's when we'll see what kind of person you are. Yeah. Are you a person that brings iced tea to the party or you bring a little liquor? Yeah. It's like, that guy's awesome. They should, he's kind of like the MCDC of that, of like Arkansas's hog shit, technically. Yeah. And just keep him because like he's a good listen. And you're never going to be anything anyways. Yeah. Because you're Arkansas. And this is a new world. Yeah. I mean. Yeah. Georgia's finally started making plays. A&M's got more money than everybody, and Bama's Bama. Yeah. So just keep an entertaining guy down there and maybe sell some tickets.
Yeah. But I think it's just going to be an interesting one because both of them, like Arkansas kind of came off one of their best years last year.
Yeah.
Cincinnati came off their best year last year. It's a fun one to open up with. Plus, it's Cincinnati and Arkansas. Like, they shouldn't be playing each other, and it shouldn't be a ranked game.
And it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, but it does. It's a fun one. Let's see what Oklahoma does. I know they don't play anybody big, but let's just see how the new system there. Yeah,
like people are like, I'll tell you what, my sleeper's Oklahoma. It's like, you're putting a lot of faith in him.
Yeah.
You lost your quarterbacks, you know that, right? And all your other fucking players, like, they all just left. So,
yeah.
And you got a coach that's a defensive guy that most people don't like.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
I mean,
interesting.
It's Big 12 still, but I don't feel like if Texas doesn't win the Big 12 this year, it's like,
yeah.
I mean, come on. They won't.
Sark's going to start drinking again.
And this isn't, obviously isn't because he left Ohio State, but I feel like it's going to be something if that Quinn Ewers is shit.
Yeah.
Because Arch Manning steps on campus next year.
Yeah.
Like, you better fucking put it together this year.
Mm-hmm.
Or we're going to put a Manning behind this.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for you to keep him away anyways, so you better fucking light it up, pal.
Yeah.
He's got no transfers left. You burned it, so.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what he felt like when Arch Manning was like, I'm going to Texas.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, if I just go fucking 9-3.
Yeah, is it good
I was
enough?
like, that's not good enough.
No, it's not. Not when this guy's
like, you need to be in New York.
Yeah.
To keep that job, I feel like. I mean.
Yeah. Funny. But yeah, I mean, just college football. I forgot college football was happening Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's here.
Yeah, it's here. It's ready to go.
Fucking Nebraska did Nebraska shit last week, and I fucking hate. It's week 0. Hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
Just start when you start.
Yeah.
Celebrating week 0 here. Oh, you mean with games that nobody gives a fuck about except to make fun of Scott Frost?
Yeah.
Because he choked away another game. Hey, we got some momentum. Fuck it. Onside kick it.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll give them real good field position and lose.
Yeah. God, I love Pat Fitzgerald. I do. Yeah. I love Pat Fitzgerald. The fact that he can still have winning seasons with the kids they recruit. Seriously.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand that they have harder recruiting than Stanford and Notre Dame.
Yeah. It's fucking Northwestern.
Yes. They have fucking lawyers and shit on their team. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, you have guys trying to unionize because they want to be fucking doctors and they're not able to take the courses and still play football.
Yeah. That's
that's what you're talking about.
No, and the fact that he can still fucking win is awesome. Yeah. I love Pat Fitzgerald.
Scott Frost, just a man. Never go back to your alma mater.
No, man.
That shit just ain't.
It doesn't
work.
There.
It doesn't work. You're at Central Florida. Maybe it's one of those things. Is Central Florida, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. When's the last time a guy like that hit the scene and then was successful at the big school?
Never. I don't
once,
think...
but not really. Okay. I think what's his name at Washington made the playoffs.
Okay.
And they got fucking boat raced. But other than that, Boise State. What was his name? And then he retired.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he turned around Boise State, turned around Washington, and then
then was out. Like he had a good season at Washington, made the playoffs. And it's a big deal, but it wasn't. But it was never sustainable because it wasn't like he retired after that year. It was like 3 more years of not great.
Yeah.
Of like, maybe I better retire before I get shit canned.
Yeah, and I don't think. I think if you are a graduate of that school, it's there's pressure there, but when you like Scott Frost to Nebraska was a stud.
Yeah.
And you go back there and coach, like your expectations are higher than anything there ever could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think he was already in hot water when he got there because Nebraska's bad.
Yeah.
Nebraska's bad, and he's not going to turn that program around because it's not Nebraska of old days when you played there. It's a new Nebraska. It's fucking Nebraska. Nobody wants to go to Nebraska. Yeah. There's nothing there.
You got to get somebody to turn that. Because
but his expectations were that of the Ohio States and Alabamas.
Yeah.
And it's not fair for him.
Yeah, which, they got to sell that stuff. But I don't know who you get because nobody wants to go to Nebraska, but they should.
They should.
Because, I mean, now granted, people are going to say, well, they did this. But as far as when you talk about facilities and what they do for football, like there's nobody better than Nebraska. I mean, their fucking facility. I mean, the amount of money they've built around that program is phenomenal.
Oh, my God, yeah.
But it's just, you got to have that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to end up somehow before he went to USC, but you get with a Lincoln Riley of that just starts.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts off with that. That's why I think they thought his success, because it was an offense like that of well, they might not get to, but they scheme enough that, well, they always have the black shirts, but they scheme enough offense out that, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the Brian Kelly thing to Notre Dame of like he schemed enough that he can score some points with, lower talent. I mean,
that just, I don't know who you would,
even though he killed a kid.
Yeah. I just don't know who you would get for that. I mean, he was kind of the perfect dude for the job when he got it.
Yeah.
He also kind of mouthed his way into shit. Like, just chill. You haven't even played a game yet and you're already talking shit.
He's like, what's his face in fucking Minnesota?
Yeah, exactly.
PJ Bates, well, you fucking suck at football.
Yeah, exactly.
You're being exposed as not a great coach.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You won
You're
at Western.
You're a raw guy.
Yeah. And you won at Western Michigan because you had some dudes.
You had 8 wins at Minnesota and you were like, fucking
row the boat.
Yeah. Fucking row the boat. Who's taking rowboats?
Rowing team.
Fucking Harvard.
Rowing team.
Versus Yale. And the fucking crew. I think is what it's called. Yeah. Crew.
I love rowing. Rowing's my favorite. I like to ski in the wintertime. It's kind of the same thing as rowing.
I'll tell you, my girlfriend the other day put on a rubber glove and gave me the best hand job that you'd ever heard.
After we both showered and then we smelled good and we couldn't touch each other.
Latex. Something about a blue latex glove.
Reminds me of camp and my uncle's
penis.
Well, that took a turn there.
The stories of her vagina.
Jesus. Wow.
You snooty fucks.
Yeah. That's what we were getting at. Rowing. Fuck you, PJ Fleck.
I was on the crew team. Fuck you.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Yeah. Saw this on the pistol team, too.
Yeah. Won a gold medal in pistol. Okay. There's at least 30 fucking people I know that can do that shit out of a moving vehicle.
Yeah. Yeah, and moving targets.
You ever hit the fucking O and a stop sign at fucking 75 mile an hour? A lot of guys do that with their offhand.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And a fucking six-pack.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah. That's an Olympic game.
Then that one where they ski and shoot. What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, I don't know any high-speed chases where you ski and shoot.
You're not even downhill skiing.
Yeah.
You're fucking cross-country skiing, which is walking with sticks on your feet.
Yeah.
All right, let me stop and shoot this 22.
Yep. It's not even going to hit the paper.
8 times.
Yeah, it's not even through the paper.
Yeah.
Stops.
Just falls.
It makes a dent.
Ping. All right, let me get my sticks back out and start walking again.
They got to put them underneath their arm and pinch them by their side and shoot gun.
Fucking cross-country skiers.
Weird.
I mean, what is that shit? Ohio State's going to win, right? I guess we started out fun. I think Georgia wins. I think Cincinnati wins. Pig Suey's bullshit.
Yeah.
Except when they had Darren McFadden, man. That year they beat fucking Alabama. I remember
awesome.
That was like the day after Thanksgiving. They played that on like a Friday. I remember I lived in a different town at the time.
Okay.
So I was by myself.
Yeah.
Watching the game as I normally do.
Huh.
With a rubber glove.
Yeah. Are you going to Sean's house Saturday to watch it?
I haven't talked to him, but I have for the last forever. So, I mean,
yeah, I'll be there.
I haven't formally been invited, but I assume that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it being a night game, still in season.
Yeah.
Technically, and we'll see how this goes. Technically, I shouldn't have to work the next day. So,
yeah.
So I'll stay up for the game.
Mm-hmm.
That drive home, though.
Be rough. Be a rough one.
Rough times.
Nice.
Unless it's 50-some to nothing at halftime. And
I'll just go home.
All right. I'm going to go hit the old dusty trail.
Oh, man. Good shit.
All right. I've got nothing else.
All righty. Me either.
Hit it.
WideSide.